Prayers before teachings. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, active refuge until enlightenment is reached. Through this or listening to the Dharma and other perfections, meditate Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, active refuge until enlightenment is reached. Through this or listening to the Dharma and other perfections, meditate Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, active refuge until enlightenment is reached. Through listening to these Dharma and other perfections, meditate Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. Prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, request to turn the wheel of Dharma, request not to manifest Nirvana, dedicated merits thus created to all sentient beings. This ground is not the perfume, strewn with flowers, Mount Meru, four continents, sun and moon, visualizing as a Buddha feet, but for this all pure beings may enjoy this pure. Idam Guru Ratnama Krakam Yatayami. I request you exalted and venerable Gurus, who have gathered counsel of wisdom and compassion in the space of Dhammakaya, in accordance with the needs of the few of the disciples, let it raise a vast and profound thereby for. Okay, over to Geshe-la.
Last four. Sanje je la zo je jo na la chang je ba la da ni jo long je da ge che je je be so na che yan da la be je sang je ro sanje je la zo je jo na la chang je ba la da ni jo long da ge che je be so na che yan da la be je sang je ro sanje je la zo je jo na la chang je ba la da ni da ge che je be so na che yan da la sang je ro ba jo da ge le ma yi so lo che de song ge song je je me je song ba ge song che be so lo ye na ne lama ye da ke cho so la me tu chang ge ge ne da la chi e da go ro na me de la ni ya da ya me wa ga ye se ja ra ye ra la ni me da ra da la ji ni ye da de ma no bo ye ji mo ba sa wa ni ba la la ba ga je ne pe je re je ra de ge ri ma ze wa ga ye ba te da ta ja ta ba ta be go je tu be so ni chen ne de ke la da la me me da me wa je hong bo da ja je la su chu ju cho la cha wa cha ba sang je song ba ro de ke ye de yi jo jo ne da ke je tam be chen ne chen ne de ke de ja je ye de re je se be de de je ja ban da la cho la de je ke wa ye de la be ne ja ke da cho de ye an be dan le ba de la tu be so ni che tu bi ke ni jo ye che me la da lo su ye so na ta ye jo ne sa la shu je ka chen din le je ke ne na ye de da ne mo ba ye ne ke sa ba cha ba yin be de yang da sang ba je ju ne na je sang je song da shu ye na de ro da ne ba cha de na ma lo ye ke da lo da ni je ke zhu ba da da me ke na da ro wa ke je da na cha da ba je ke lo da ke che de do ye do ni ni je su do ju ba la che che sen de kan che ten de ge sha na ba ma ten de cha so an de so gen de ren du shuo an de je yi su ra ta chi ni de ba xian da chen ba du zhu da to me ni je na su那把他就基本上就一小区的修路，小部分的那是那边人把他就马上完没办对吧？将个去基本总个把前边都去据说特别上去浪街人办的刚下把下一去说是，他这特别刚下把下一去去场的他觉下的了呀，你小部穷人这全部送月饼拿给他小部前边去过。他得小部前边去过去，他小部穷人去过，他小部前边去过，他等的小本这个去过送药吧去，他得拿来呢，小本人小部穷过噻，他得了呀，小部穷人去过，他小部穷人去过，他当俺这做来当包得了呀，拿来钱就做得钱的人。小部穷人去过，那是全那么多钱呢？人小部前边去过，他小本这个去过，你哪怕到上海去，那是老百姓呢？你拿来财年长期接头嘛的是，顶着有的康巴给去，康巴去交白那康比给我给啥也得做，那你得比他去个那人给。你特别前边给去当，你上海给去的是那时候啷把了地贸易的，你小不穷我当。去过小本这个去过的，还叫给钱不认识。他等着的，他小不穷有给去过得了呀呢。他想着当连着当，吃完没大把上班，他得出毛不去查了，他第一拿了，他等到连着上的人，他连着噻，他还叫给钱不认多。他连着得了呀，你聊啊，嘛对用的给我做，你没给我做住，没给我做的帮把是我他得了。他第一托呢，你给来啥，没给来啥，他来得了呀，的呢， Yawa Mombo Chi Sumbi Nani Tanda Karalo Tuju Goneni, Toncho Nonjoke Le, Sheni Nonjoke Le, Leron Yala Nonjoke Le, Sata Tendre, Ta Tuju Gone Song Jaswa, Ta Toncho Nonjoke Le, Telea, Ta Tsendelea, Le Sane, Tsendelea, Miyonke Telea, Toncho Nonjoke Les, Tisongur. Ta Ti de Toncho Nonjoke Le, Telea, Ani Tanka Dabu Chebaina, Kangyo Chuhe, Ta Tetsukani, Hietsayosai. 다 대인데 다 통치 논족에 레히에 차네 신의 노안조 다 통치 논족에 레텔이야 다내 르주 디디 지슈바이나 샤당 어때 야부야사리 돼서 다 나랑서 다 너당 대죄대 저는 르주 몸부여래 르주배 몸부여래 다내 르주 디디지 다 대기 르주 슈아이 다대 르주 간데레서나 다대 나랑서 단도다 대죄 몸부여비 나네 다네 가려고 그랬다. 니 타는 세제리야. 데모거데 마치 슈바이나. 근데 다레 슈첨부터서 아니 챈들을 사니 챈들 히바 하바도 말은 좀 잠블님비게 메테서 챈들을 레사나 챈들 잡아 미쳐요. 그래서 잠블님비게 메테서 레지 사바 세와테제 레기 사바 쟁게메 레지 사바 쟁게 로아 인상 아니 챈들을 야 슈첨부 사반 챈들 잡아 미야 여봐 양치 샤와 연다 녀와 반노이 돈르노이 이다 노이 대쪽에 거를 챈들을 레사나 챈들 잡아 미투요 말 땅아라서 따메 맨노나 잠블림비게 메테 챈들을 레사나 챈들 잡아 미투케게 거라 레치 사바서 왔는데 근데 이도 챈들이야 레사나 챈들 미토도 슈기인스 다 대치 조로제나
Nasugila. So Geshe has just started his class, and we have started through the recitation from the verses from the Lama Sangha's part of the Enlightenment, where it is written that here the teaching I will explain is how fortunate beings are led to the Buddhahood by the ways of the stages to the path to enlightenment that contains the key points of all the congruous scriptures are the pathway forced by the two great trailblazers, Nagarjuna and Asanka, and are the systems of supreme being progressing to the stage of omniscience and fully comprise all the stages practiced by the three types of person. So here, the main concept of the main teaching he was giving about the concept of the views of the three types of person, which are the persons of the smaller angle, the person with a small person, and middle one, and the greater one. And among them, so there are three the views of this. Among them, okay. And among them, the first type of person, which is the small person, the small one, which is it is considered the practice which is teach in this type of person in this where in the Lamrim text. It is for the normal lay people or the general people, how they can practice in their life, how can they practice in life, and if they can't able to practice these things, then they can't able to practice in the other two type of person, the past of two type of person. So, for example, like there's a concept: if you build a house, when you build a house, first what is most important is the base should be very good. If the base is not good, you can't able to build the house. So, like that, if you can't able to practice the first step, the path of the first type of person, then you can't able to practice the second other tools, and also you can't able to practice the Tantrism, Buddhist Tantrism, and also about the practice of Bodhisattva and other things, other Buddhist practice. So in this small types of person, the part of the small type of person where that's why it is important that the small types of person is important one. And among the we have already covered in this type of person, the part of the small type of person, smaller type of person, we have already covered the concept of taking refuge, the three jewels, and the impermanency of death. And now we are under the concept of karma and its action. So when we are talking about the karma and its action, the main summary of the karma and its action is a summary, or it is accumulate. Main gist is talking about the talking about the 10 virtuous action, how do one can accumulate the 10 virtuous action, and how one can able to remove the 10 non-virtuous, how can one eliminate or remove the 10 non-virtuous action. So in terms there, like this is taught, and there are like certain types of the karmas we have, which is which I have already taught. And then in terms of the concept of the division of the karma through the time, in terms of the time, there are three types, which is like the karma that you will experience after you have been reborn, karma that you have experienced here or now, and karma you will experience on other times. So these are the three types. And in the last lecture, we have already given the about the karmas that we experience here and now, which he have already given teaching in the last lecture, where he have given a teaching through the giving 10 points, which is already there mentioned in the Lamrim text. We have given these 10 points regarding the karmas which one experience here and now. So and now the second concept is karma that you will experience after you will be reborn. So before that, Geshe-la has thought that it will be better if you will explain the concept of the first karma, that first karma which is related to the time, which is a karma that you experience here and now through the one brief story, which is there, which will help you to understand it more. So in regarding the story, there are like so many stories regarding this karma, and which is you can find in different texts of Buddhist texts and also in Buddhist texts and sutras. But Geshe-la will going to tell about the stories, which is one story which is written in the commentary made by the Gilzab Okay, so the commentary made by the first Dalai Lama, Gyalwa Duba, in his text, which is commentary for the Abhidhamma Kosha Pasha. So where he said that he talked about the concept of the karma, how the concept of the karmas and how one can accumulate the karma, and it is mentioned there that human beings who are born, the peoples who are born in this earth, in this world, and there's okay. So in that text, it is also mentioned about the concept of like the karma which is more powerful, and karma which is more powerful, then obviously the karmas, the result will definitely come in this life. And then it is also mentioned that the human beings which are born in this world or this earth, their karmas, if they done some actions, the result will definitely like arise in this life. And though there's like some of the karma, some of there are other beings such as those hell beings, or those like hungry ghosts, those hell beings. So if they accumulate some karmas, their result may experience in the other times. But the human beings, kila zambuli gi migi legi tebo de tse dirang ang the like
Na
don't
tene mi
you
tu
know
kengi tongcho nyoje ke len jabo mi ke pe mambo yore sa ngara
mambo
zambuli me
yore.
le che saba se ke yin.
Okay. So in this world, human beings, you can notice that many of the human beings who are accumulating karma in this life, and their result will also be experienced this life. So it is sure that in terms of human beings, we are considered like leki sakpa regila.
Leche saba.
Sakpa
Leche saba.
lega. Tuna khala na leki sakpa na.
Leche saba said, Koro lege ya shitso rabuchi.
Okay. So okay, human beings, when because you can see that there are so many human beings in this world there who accumulated their karma in this life, and which the result will experience also in this life, which shows that human beings are like human beings depend on the karma. So human beings are their natures or qualities arises from the karma. So they are like born, or you can not only born, but their natures and characters are arises from their karma. You can know from these things. Now,
Nothing loju shuba yena jawa gendi chuge tanda nzu angan seje no down no yor shita te ndo no yores. The country yours and hama dacha gutumbi ki dacha gutamba te maran suge dacha gutamba te kiba Kiba Pato Maping Hulia, around so the Chiba Chijang, Nomu Yoke, and Dacha Yoke, Contru Yoke, Hada Yoke Chichadiers. Then in the Kiba Pato Maping Hulia, Dacha Tambate, Nini Galon, or Denhusonly a K, Denhusonly a Keba Ike, the Chiki Koran, Shawachi Shores. Go to the Koran, Gamba Tele Dubi Kalea, Gamba Telea. Teni Trabate so non culia Sapachon, not a chishmaris. No, Tindi not a chambo Trabate so non culim Macham Mobachi Shumbi Kalia, young Gelon Pida Chikora Dombayap, or Sunke Nale Shibuya, Sunke Gelon Nanda Chiores, Gelon Tegeni, Pa non cuki Tsabate so Mitumba chat, so Kurpa Hiene, and then Tanche Tumbota Chamba Yabu Chizaris. This is because Dacha Timbi Kishan Hama go to the Gelon, Denison Lake, Shekete, Kotado Tabo, or Tende Yua Yansa, Dandapa Yapu Zoe can Chuhi can, Gelon Tele Magane. Time they can check on Munjoke. Or that collia Juyate Kaya making take it. That Traba Teso, Sobat the Pike, and in Chambuzote, Pome get Soba the Pome take Pani Soba the Chambuzaris, Copome the Chibachi, Conjure Maris, Colli Yate Mas, Copome now gets a terraz and the Catoris. Cause Hen Maga, Contra Shibuchi to Tado Shibuchi Lane, then they get Gano Yada Telia, cut and the Tao Yundu. Toncho Nonjo Lelia, ni Tanda get Dacha Timbi Gishan Hama Gamo Caton Kete. Setara ran le coron pomme chas maris. Pomme te sendele pomme cha matza, tenema mutuni, shawanga jagrin lea, and in pomege, shawa chanchang lamba, or tendishun yores. Or tendrike, toncho nonjoke le hu chambet, tendicha yores, or titijuina. Do that.
Yes, Rahila, yes. So the brief story Krishna has just given a teaching on this, that in terms of the story regarding the karma that you will experience here and now, so in this life, the karma you will experience in this life, where it is mentioned that there's a story regarding, which is mentioned in Georg Hindubas in his commentary on the Abhidhamma, Aryavasutta Abhidhamma Kosha Bhasham, where which the story is actually written in a sutra, and Georg Hindubas has taken the first line has taken in his text, commentary text, so where it is shown that early when the Buddha was before he Buddha the Buddha before he got the Lord Buddha, before he got enlightenment, he was just a normal human being before he got enlightenment. So like before he got enlightenment, like so many birth before his birth, so many early, so many his previous birth, so many before his previous birth, so many previous births. So one of his previous birth before the Buddha as a lay people, he was born as a normal human being, and he was taken as a birth as a normal human being, where but he was that time he was taken birth as a monk, and then he was a monk on that time, and that time even he was a monk. He was with a full of affliction. The it was like normal lay people with a full of affliction, and though he has a full of affliction, but he had a full knowledge of the three basket of Buddhism three basket. So he have a full knowledge on this. And what happened in one day in a monastery? What happened is monks started one day. What happened is that there was a like quarrel between the monks, and then there was a quarrel between the monks, and then then the one of the monks, one of the fully ordained monks, came between those monks who are quarreling them, and one of the monks came to there and solve their issue, like, and let them not to quarrel them. And the Buddha's previous birth, who was a monk, he saw that the one fully ordained monk come and resolve the issue, and that his previous birth, that monk, he got very jealous, and seeing that that one fully ordained monk, he came and solved this issue, and he started not to like him, and he started to feel jealous, and he said like, okay, that fully ordained monk, he looks like a girl because he can't do anything. He just came here and make some dialogue between the two groups, and then they just resolve the issue, and he doesn't have any knowledge. He started to say that he doesn't have any knowledge, and he's like a girl because he just solved the issue by the dialogue. Then after that, what happened is the previous Buddha's previous birth, that same monk, what happened to him is he in this life, in his own life, he became all of a sudden he changed into the woman. He changed into a lady. He became a lady. Earlier he was a monk and a male, but he changed into the female all of a sudden in his own one life. And also like after he passed away, he took again 500 rebirth as a woman, not as a male, but as a woman. This house shows that even when you for the human, if you say something, if you have a strong karma and say something to the other person, then your result will definitely arise with the karma that you have experienced will definitely here now. This karma you have just created by saying bad things to that fully ordained monk. It's a karma of the experience here and now, which you experience, the result you experience in this life as he become a female, he become a woman, and also he experienced in the other lives for 500 lives. Now in the last one.
Tening yang loju dudu yanda chi shu yin se. Ta jana le ya mama ta traba chi ge gindu ba te so ne dru ta raba re se ke tencho chi zang re se dru na traba te so dru raba re sa na cabo ne long cabo o ta tende ge du cha shabu re sha se ke pe cha chi zang re se. Tende ke pe cha de zang yo de le nya ba shu shu chen ba che sa ne. Tende che nema che kora ropo kaxia da nangdo langa zhoyi koso ni kyo choba tetsule ya. Ta nga gendu ba tetsule ya, nyan zhu tang chabandu se tende ki shun jubi ki nangmi te le nyan ba ta nga nong re son, chora su pan rosho wa se pa la re se, tende korangi lapa ni de zhu gyungko raba ya cha. Kamba ni de man juma cha ne ko zhu ngo ne cha ne, ane zhele pa ota the transformers tende de ta chi tongche nongjo gele tsendele tarang o tende shongyu lo ju yores o te chi juina.
Okay, so there's another story Kishla have just giving his teaching on this. There's another story that in China early times there was a story regarding Milena regular Tawa Mara Tandadi.
Tamare injury.
Tava Ale. Okay, there's another story in China. There was like there's one monk. There was one person. He said like, okay, monks are like a snake because he wrote one book where he mentioned that in his book in China one man had written a text where he mentioned that monks are like a snake because they are miser and they are very angry person. They are always very angry. And due to his written such a text on such a bad things about the monk in his text in his book, and the consequences due to this karma, what the consequences he got is arising. There was a very bad consequences of bad karmic action he has to face. Is one day he was going with his friends. And all of a sudden he told his friends, okay, now due to I have written a text where I have said a bad things to the monk, like I told them they are like a snake because they are miser and they are angryful person. Due to that, so now see, due to this karma, the consequence I am facing is, he told his friend that now see that I will convert it into a snake. And then that person, he converted his two hands started to form a shape of a head, snake's head, and his body was then turned into the head snake. So this shows that for the humans, if our karmas are most like we can see that some of the humans, our karmas can be experienced in this current life, in a present life, here and now. So we can experience the karmas in a here and now. So if you accumulate it now, the lasaso.
Tate ne chotsu kwa ni unse chitrida. Tanda jungde, jana
Okay.
gire no.
So have you ever heard of this story that Kishla is asking? Have you ever heard of the Chinese one person who has written a text on monks who are like snakes and who are very miser and angry? Have you ever heard of it? Hello?
Chotsu kwa isambara.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you, but I don't think I've heard this before.
Okay. So, okay. Gila, tanda, Quran ki sambar dana Quran koma nyusa dungi.
Le lasu, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Ota tende ke kanta tadum mombo heres. Sendeleya depache ne sendeleya shawa landu moyo ata sendeleya kacha thara yo yang chi nga chun de dansa no lo gan kha che pa shabu no ni kensi pa na no ne ta gomba zo te ki ne khoro ge chi da jo chala da yo cha chong ya chumbi lab chambo ya che yo de cha chong ma ba zo ya pyu yo de da na cha de ya cha ne ta lo dan da de yo ke ten yo so ma go chu ko dong go chu ko ju onga ko ju in sa de ne chi no gen chi ten cha so ta ja 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 te ki sa 다 대대 초내야 민니게 티 지니기 다 그런 거 준다 때 여지 차송인데 견반에 던 것도 된지 다 해야 되기 멤버기 되기 다 제살 다 된지 던 것도 된지 다야 차네 단다 되어요 어떤 텐데 다치 겨울로 전부 주용도 아니 양치 희야 자체 땡키네요 때 아니 메히야치네 단다발하 다 텐데 shum군도스 텐데 겨울로 전부 주반 저거 센들 주요 여바데 딩상양 알아서 통주 여바 텐데 제샤스 어때지
Okay,
주시
so no, yeah. So there are so many stories regarding this experience of karma in a present life. You can experience one's karma in a present life. Yeah. So there are so many stories regarding it, and they are like if you have done a very extreme if you have done some non-virtuous deed, or if you have done some non-virtuous action, then you will in this life you will experience some not good you will get some not good result or like not unhappy result. And there are some stories where real life stories where there's like when someone do some virtuous huge amount of virtuous action, then he will also get a very good result. So in 1990s, there are stories of in a South Indian monastery. There are some teachers who have already fully recovered. There's one teacher, he was in the last stage of cancer, and the doctor has already recommended that now doctor also already decided that he will pass away because of the last stage of his cancer. They say that he will not stay anymore, he will not be alive anymore, and he will like now it is the last stage, it is not curable. So that the teacher, what he did, the monk teacher, what he did, he offered everything to his temple, his monastery. He offered everything, and then when he went there, when he went to offer inside the temple, he has to, like two people has to carry him to make him offering, and he offered everything. And then later, what happened is due to this offering, virtuous state, he got fully recovered. So he got fully recovered, and he is still alive. He is still alive. So this shows that even in terms of virtuous deeds, if you accumulated a very good virtue, if you have done some very good virtuous deed in this life, then result will also experience. You can also experience the result in this life, which shows the karma. Which shows the karma that you experience here and there, here and now, means like karma you will experience in this life. Okay, Lansa Singila.
어떤 텐데 배선 잡고 몸부 쉬어야래서 다 텐데 지리 다 텐니 다 랑리 참을이야 셴니 노안 좋아네 셋네 발안 잡은 노아 오스 레당 향라 노안 좋아네 셋송 마 펜쳐도 힘반 좋오세 티송 다 셴니 노조게 레사 셋델사 아니 샤 자말에 잡부 둥해 겨와 있는 잡은 상부노 대시노 레 메겨와 있는 자말이야 둥해 농해게 레텔이야 셴니 노안 좋아세 그래서 셋네 Drabba noke tele, ani sheni nonji lo gres. Le rang yana noan jui le se waten, ta tse de le sa, tse jema le drabba mimi, di jema ten drabba, tse sumba penta le ya ka du mi ba yina, ten drabba tele ya le rang yana noan jui le se gres, tse sumba pencha du mi ba jui le tele, le rang yana noan jua achi. Ta te gyawa yore, mi gyawa yore, o tere. Ge mi ge le mambu jula yopa nochi mi tsui nes, ta nga rang tsa tabi jule ya, sendele gyawa ya, o ta chi chala chenpo chi yore, me ge ya, mambu chi chi yore, ta ge mi ge nika nga tsui jule yora. Tega nangi ngi shawa nga ma gyawa mambu ju nyung jire, dipa hacha mambu chi nyung tende indi, ta nga tsui jule ya, gyawa ta me gyawa mambu yotsa, teni kandre ma mambu le, nrepo te mi jire se na. Le kanche wate thoma mi no sore. Depa ina depa chesho de tambo din jabo de mi res. Gyawa ina ya gyawa tab check digging job something to running me ungres. Chia no nas Miguel Ina Miguel Chindrabu, Depa Chipa Ina. Chia no Chi Duna, Congo to Joe at the Tomamin, Chikamali, Ni San Caringo to choose on the tea show. Pelembaina, Gewata, Megiwa near the Drabo, Sayo Baina, and Hekaleachi, Gesengo to choose on the Koro, Gawa, Migi Sengo to choose the name, Yasun Shia, and Chinese. They on Danas, Tachi Depa Inanda, Depa Coronia Chichung Chiba, Yana Gawa in a Gawa Chichu, Denina. They on Dana, can't combat Chichava was, that combat carry Hupcha, the Belena, and Dacha combat Huchana, Dacha and Jabumi. Control Hiadamgi, combat Huchana, Hiadamumi. Jimba Tomalia, Shuchamba and Jimba Tongi, and Jabatu to me out and the Ungres. They on Danas, Tashatan Chechunanda, Anichi, Combaya Chivachichina. They on Dan Thomas Shabat the Miller means. 다 담보 가래 레드 사연에 띵을 미레스 전제 도서 단든 도그 치인사유 대치 코와 찌강다 냐와 강다 공바 교제 강이 될레 하만 나민조 시장바 따로스 다 저랑제레 롱드 장여레 다 롱든 도그 치인사 레치 코와 찌강다스 레니 레 지고 차게 대바 체크도 통함 히르스 냐와 강다스 타 냐와 됐다 보미 다 공바 체크도 걸음이야 아니 다 대서 당제 나바이나 아니 가래 제어반 때 담보미 제마데 데 제르미 바 때문에 용거스 아마나 아빠나 미시에 담바타고 왔다 때지 주이나
So now we came to the section where the karma you will the experience after you will be born. So here Krishna has mentioned that we have finished the 8th one, last class we have completed with the concept of the karma. As it already told that the karma in terms of the time, there are three divisions of karma, which are karma that you experience here and now, and karma that you will experience after you have been reborn, and karma that you will experience after other times. So from there, we have already completed the karma that you experience here and now. So now what it comes is karma that you will experience after you have reborn, and then the third is karma that you will experience at other times. So among them, we will go with the second one, that karma you will experience after you have reborn. And what is this means is karma that you will experience other experience we have been experienced after you have reborn. It just means that there are some of the karmas where the actions of or some of the actions or karma whose result you will experience in your next life, in not in this life but in the next life. And in the third division, karma that you will experience at other times. What does it means is any actions or any karmas whose effect or whose result will be whose result or whose effect will be experienced in a third lifetime, not in the next life, not in a consequently next life, but in a third lifetime or other fourth or fifth lifetime. So this is called as a third life. It is called as a karma that you will experience at other times. So Krishna has explained this. So the way in which you have many virtuous or non-virtuous karma that will exist in your mind stream that as well. So when you are talking about this, then there's a concept of which karma will right, which karma, because there's so many karmas that will accumulate in one life. So which karma will give a right in a one time, and which karma. So the way in which many virtuous and non-virtuous exist in your mind ripen as well. So how it is ripening is that whichever karma weightiest is ripening first. So the first karma which will ripen is karma which is the most heaviest or weightiest karma which you have accumulated. The action which is the weightiest, the result it will arrive. And the weights are, even if the weights are equal, whatever karma manifests at the time of that will be ripening first. So if the weights are equal, 치 아니면 집에 두는 강용구 용도 그룹아 통말 민노라 할 수 있는
지연나서 데바 최초 집에 지정이나 개와 있는다 지어서 주고 잡아 데바 첨부 양서 데바 총초를 거래 데바 최초 집에 지정이나 아니 체크래야 근데 상도 뺄래나 딱 준로이 데바다 아니 소치피기 데바니 차남부 있나 최초 집에 있나 양 체크마듯이 소체 그 쇼가 상도 코소나니 소초게 레겐 제부터 미우레스 야 짐반 라바톤 수천 라바 소아데 겨와 랍체 주치바 임바이나 아니 담보 가른 제부 미르서 짐바톤 아시칼 짐바톤 걸 상니 코소나 니 짐바톤 이게 레송빈 제부터 미야 수천 소아게 겨와데 슐미야 이레서 와텐데 송
Oh, no, okay. So here, the second, if weights are equal, whatever karma is manifest at the time of death will arrive in first. So here it is mentioned that Krishna has just described that, for example, if you lie, if there's like that there you accumulate two non-virtuous karma, for example, like lying and killing both actions you have performed, and if just as an example that if there is both the non-virtuous action having the same weightage, it doesn't have any differences in weight and they're having equal weightage, and which karma will manifest first is it is true like at the time of your death when you are dying, then whatever the karma you are like thinking about, whatever if you are thinking about the concept action you did about the killing one, then you will, and the next life you the first effect or result you will face about is the action you think at the time of dying, like you think about the killing one, then the result will arise through this. And also in a virtuous disorder, if you have been a generosity or you have did some other good things like being a nice or something, and then if they are carrying the same weightage, but when at the time of death, when you are thinking about the action you did as a generosity action, then the result will the generosity action, the result will arrive first because you are thinking about it at the time of death. That's the thing. And then the third is this. If this also is the same, whatever karma you have predominantly become habituated to will happen first. So here is even at the time of the this is also same when you are thinking about the time of life and death, it's the same. So whatever karma which predominantly becomes habitual to you, it will arrive to you first, like it will back to you. And if this is also same, whatever karma you have done first will arrive in others. So even everything, this condition, everything is same, but even like the thing is that even you have done this thing same, but still the karma have to give its effect. So which karma will give effect? The karma which you have acted, the karma action which you have done first will give the action, give the result. So give the result. So karma you have done first will arrive in the earliest. Gila going to share this somebody karisuna gila this somebody that combachi did it this right there too much about the new mare te the dana 강 공부시 채워야 되어라 시다게 공부시 치마들래
다 데바 이나 거를 데바니 체중 집아 임바치 지연 나나스를 지연 나나 치유되는 강모도 저 도마미스 대연다 나스 데바 이나 거로니 체중 집아 임바치 아니 지금도 줘봐 대여 집아 이나 아니 다 가름 것도 미르선 소수 공부 가르쳐나 소저발을 공부하나 등음이그래서 양지 다지 컨트롤 잡을 컨트롤 공부하나 컨트롤 제보도 미미레스 에 짐바 동아다 추주선 니 짐바 동 추주선 개와님보다 집에 지장이나 아니 어다지 공부 가르쳐 등미레스
naso so in the third section it is say if this is also the same, whatever karma you have predominantly become a habit to will ripen first. So here it is mentioned that Krishna has just been teaching that even the first, like if both the karmas are carrying the same weightage, and also like in terms of like arising the remembering or manifesting the karma at the time that they are also same. So now which karma will rise first, like give effect first, and it is Krishna has just said that in the third section it is said that even this the first two are they are having same thing, and now the third like, and then which karma will rise the first, give effect first, it will give effect first is those karma which you are habituated with, like those karmas or those actions which you are habituated with. For example, like some people who are habituated with like angry, who are easily get angry and who are habituated with being angry, and some people are who are habituated with being some people are habituated with giving a generosity. They are like they are habituated with giving things to people. But some people are habituated with taking always taking their vows and rules. So, if a person who is habituated of being a generosity or habituated of being generosity, then such a person will always like if all the weightage and everything is like similar. Still, that karma which he or she is habituated, that karma result will right first. So this is the third section it was saying. And the fourth is if this is also same for first, second, third, everything is same for the two karmas. But then what is happening is the karma you have done first will ripen the earliest. Whichever karma you have done first will write the first. So it is already mentioned as cited in the Treasury of Knowledge auto commentary, in the auto commentary of the Abhidhamma Kosha Bhasha, which is written by the Arya Vasubandhu. There's a as action that give rise to cyclic existence. The action, whatever karma we create, which lead us to the cyclic existence. There are those and there are like those that are witty. There are some karma which are witty, and there are those that are near, and those to which we are habitual. So it is said that those some of the karma which are witty one, and some of the karmas which we write for the witty one will give a result first, and some are karmas which is like we will which we experience at the time, like which we remember or which arise at the time of our death, we will remember at the time of death, and which give a first result. And those karma which we are habituated, which the actions we are habituated with, these habituated karmas will give us a result first. And those who did the earliest, among those two karmas, if whichever you did the earliest will result first. So among this, the four more we write first. So whichever karma have among two karma, whichever karma is, comes under witty one, then it will write first, or which come near the time of time remember it comes first, then it will write the result, or which you are habituated, which will write the result, which will give the result, and which you've done the earliest, it also give the result. So this is the meaning by this Lamrim Chenmo.
Ta shirata samba se tere ta megi chupon gel chance te zambu ki neme chance ta megi chupon yonde ni le te zambu chi to to re so non che drubi ten seni tsawa ki tuna ma gombe sache ya ta ma de ten de druba sha o so shedang ara so so che pan dabo loyen pan dabo majin balen ba pan zun pan chama pan tsu ba nga che pan ten re pan ba yin na ani le me le to to re so la le lang to re yin na ya namba tangchi chimbi ge gopang sanje je gopang topi ge luten topi ge da jimbe so je ken da teba chimbi ge chu cha chawa na so lang ken ge luten den de tseni chawa chi shewa la ani luten lang ba yin na ni lang gong bi sa che ge da man da yong ge den de de nang che topi ge tao ju ken ani chi luten den de ji nga zle an tu da ge so mandai te te juba shaos ta te la ni de la sons nam hi chi yete nam hi chi juba nam hi jos ter ta tende lute chaba che te le yani kande gure sa tambula chile ser nam hi chi yete chile se ter ta mili lamba changchi mayimba mili chaba che lamba la tele che chön rabo che nam hi chi yete je ce person soba as ta ce person soba sa de huji shang humi leke pen ce rimbu do ce rinpo penpa nao yin chini ce yuri tu penpa nao yin tena rao ce rinpo tenke wata tele ya ce person soba se yuri teni kado person soba ser kado person soba ser kado ta ilebe ta meki lulang dule meki nto zambo zu ta namba la soba tangche lebe zu zanghi ambo matsa ameba sa mi da nawa la soba tangche cha changde tāna dōla chūyī kāpēnzā pā sui tāna pā chī sēnlī yā yī tōngā yīngkē tāng chī gāmē chī sā chī rāngkī kē mē tōng yōndī mē kē yāndā kēndē mē tē tōng yōndī nē sēnlī chī gā ngāng rāba chī kēndī yō rā wā tēndrī rāba chī kūrēs tēlī yā kātō pūsōng tsōpa āsā chē chū nē bā tēr sōmbā tēlī yā rī pūsōng tsōpa āsā tēr jiten bi ko he trabe ri tombo na shawa ta jiten yonda le ya chi mette che tong che sa na ge ani me ya da ge ku che sa ge de mi chong o den de ge pa ma da ani po mo de so me ya da ge zu ko shi bu chen de sa ge den de ge me yin na de ge po ko shi so ba na rang yin ge ya da ge tong ta zu ko chen go ra o den de yin sa ri pi so so ba sa ta de le ya ce pi so so ba ka do pi so so ba ri pi so so ba sa so ba de Then Onshun Puso Soba Satir. Da Jolon Chat. Pimpinche, Nende, or the Sochi, Jumbo, and Jupenjo Yokan, Sanji Chawata, Kope Chawasa, Dande, Susugi, Pimpiche, Nende, Moshikapo, Mombushobo, or Yoketendi, Yoba in the Tele Onshu Puso Soba, or the Deepat Tiju. Yet Tijust. Sepiso, Ado
Okay.
Piso, Ripiso, Onshu.
Okay. Okay, so now we came in the second part where it is called like reflecting on karmas and effects and detail. Kindly turn the page. Okay. So here it is described chapter December. So this law to control this law. This doesn't give you a good body attempt. You should be container. This chamber symbolics. Okay. So here we on this section that Kishla has just given teaching that it is certain that in terms of the particular section when you are talking about it is say that so it is said that if you have eliminated or if you remove the 10 non-virtuous karma, then what you will acquire a good body and mind. So it is certainly the case that you will acquire a good body and mind through giving up the 10 non-virtuous karma. Nonetheless, if you to bring about a body and mind that are fully qualified, this will accelerate your cultivation report as nothing else would. So here Kishore mentioned that even though if you don't do any non-virtuous state, or if you eliminate any non-virtuous state, what you will get is you will definitely get either a body and mind of the human being or the god of the higher realms or desiring support of the truth. And also like if you beside not doing or removing 10 non-virtuous karma, if you are able to like protect your vows, like 5 lay people vows, like not doing stealing and not doing sexual misconduct and not killing and not lying in big things and not like 5 vows, if you practice those things, then you will able to you will able to reborn as a reborn. You will able to take a birth, a body of the human or a god, which I have already seen. But in terms of attaining attaining the life which goes towards attaining the path of the enlightenment, which strive to attain for the path of the enlightenment, for cultivation of Buddhishita or path to the enlightenment, or to go to the path of the Mayan path. If you go for such a life, if you want to attain such a life, such a life that if you want to attain such a life is called as a special body, or you can say specialized body or mind, which is you can say. So which okay. So that means that which shows that even taking birth as a baby, only as a taking a birth in a form of the human is not enough. We have to take a birth of a special human, which is like a human which has 10 special qualities, human opportunity, and which I've already mentioned that human beings taking birth as a human in the form of opportunity. In terms of opportunity, and there's another one which is already mentioned in our earlier classes. So here's Kishore has mentioned that so that like if one is taking birth in a human form, not only like you having taken birth only as a human form is not enough. It is not enough. One have to take a birth form in a specialized characteristic human form, which strive for the attaining the enlightenment. We strive for the attaining the to go to the path to the enlightenment, or go to the path to the Mayan path, and strive to attaining the omniscience mind. So for that. No. For that, what is that? There are like 8 fruitation, which is there. So, which are like there are like 8 fruitation when you are talking about. Gila, dila sumyalan sunra, dila summan sunra gila. So sundan mitawa tingi tu. Tin di dubala dila sumna, tin di dubechi du sumna regula.
Lute taba nangchen ge kopang topi ge tau jubala ni lute cheba chinchi tau gures tende lute cheba chede kanchi tau gursan namhi ge yote jeta denke namhi chinjabo jeta denke wata tende gures namhi yote jedenke lute cheba chinchi tende che shuk jet tsendir milu
Okay.
milu
Yes.
samba.
Yes. So, to attain the omniscient or to attain the enlightenment, one had to attain the human form or the body of the specialized body. So, what is such a specialized body? What does it mean by specialized human form? What does it mean by that? So, it is mean like such a specialized body having a characteristic of eight fruition, carrying the characteristic of eight fruition. So where the eight fruition, which is mentioned, consummate a lifespan, consummate a color, consummate a lineage, and these things. So here, okay, so which is so yeah, the fruition. So it means they are like angela thinking namin de la suma namin ki de namin ki tebo namin ki gula de maragila.
Are tel ale tambu tami ge yoten le ya ji.
Okay, so when Ludin Kebajala do allergy Nami and
Yote chaba chala
Gora.
yote ji changur nami ge
Okay,
yote ji de.
so when specialized human form, the specialized one, he need to that person needs to such a life, specialized life. One have to have a eight fruition, which need a eight fruition. So in this one, among the eight fruition, Kishla has taught about. Kishla just give a teaching about first is a consummate of life. What is the consummate of life? Is mean consummate life is when a virtuous projecting karmas from a previous lifetime project a lifespan and you live for the long time that was projected. So here, what is such a specialized human or specialized life? Having a first one is like consummate lifespan is a one individual is able to stay for the long life. He is having a long lifespan. And then the second is consummate color. Is having an excellent body by way of which good colors shape being pleasant to look at it because we do not have an incomplete sensitive facility or being beautiful due to being a well proportionate. So here Kishlas means when you such a life where the human beings such a flotation effect of like where in terms of the color where the human beings having an excellent body with the good colors and having a good colors good complexions and also they are not absent with any sensory organs and whoever see that person will be happy to see him will be happy to see him and like amazed by that person's grace and by the person's grace and whoever see in that person's beauty will be like happy to see that such a consummate colors is needed and also in terms of consummate lineage, it just means that it's having a bone with a good lineage that is esteemed and famed the more. So it just means that everyone will respect such a person and everyone will respect or love that such a person. So if you have able to, if some of the family where the parents are like their parents are good, like they have a carrying the natures of respecting the other peoples and they always been a respect to other people. So such a family, their parents, the kids also do such things. So the kids also do, and the parents, by carrying their own parents' character, the kids also do to other people's, the kids also give a respect to the other people's, like they say. So here the consummate lineage means like one who will get a receive such a good lineage where the people will start to respect you and also people will start to love you and give you fame and all this. And now it's in concern to the consummate power, which is the great resources, abundance of those associated with such relatives and many helpers. So here is when you get so many, and wherever you go, you get so many helpers, and when you have so many relatives who are always there to help you. So these are the four things Krishna has given teaching. Now, Grasasu.
Wata tanda nami ge yote ji no ge ta yi tsara anshu put. Ta tambo te tse person tsoba, nepa kado person tsoba, somba de anshu person tsoba, somba ri person tsoba, yeba anshu person tsoba se atichi. Ta tene ngaba de tsi tsumbas. Tsi tsumba ni lunga ki yen mulu yi ten to rongla, tsoba tangji ge pambo la tsama yebe senche no chi tsi nzima chowa sa. Tsi tsumba sa kecha xe na meki ne, zui mulu a. Ane yada ge rangi le cha isha. Ane yada ge Joe country that's two by in a that is not Jico that's Tinko Yorama Tanhama, that Tendri Yomara, then me. Bombo Tsadanchi, Johe Yura, that Tendrabich Bombo at Samayu, Sanjanachi, since what the Yadaki Sosu Kanayapu Neris, or Tendichi Guris, Chechi, Namiki Yote Geno, Nabate, and Sitsumba Asset. That on Shuki Yote, Naba Truba, the Onchawa Tabas. 다 짐발라 빠와 쯩발라 수비 여태다 덴발라 타바다 템바치 텔레시 소치 춘뉴스 주바 다지 소수 주변조야나 헬바타다 로봇자와 나위 야나 지양 이게 레칼 가리 로봇다 지금 덴리치 투케 콜레죠 투케 덴리드 여태 여케 덴리드니 깨다 여케 아니 진해다 여케 어 덴리기 시와 남 애니 야다게 소수리에 쓰고죠 덴리치 그리스 남이기 여태 주바데 온차와 잡아다 Tene nomigi yote dumba de sheba nines ta shepi gulula gresa ta boda pomani chenane ta tabachimbi chu drobala ta chi nipa rabo chesa nama tuchen de ko sheba la mo yinsa ni sheba ingres sheba nin po yo ambata demba ote nomigi yote jeno ge dumba der tene jepa de tota demba 다 시황금이 내지 토라테는 아니 장기 지켜를 소소를 나빠시게 매게 아니 조벌 내나 참매게 아니 지 챈들이야지 튼chen 몽보지 안전의 살이야 좋아요 이렇게 살 가져 이렇게 살 강해매 어떤 든리지 nom이기요데 또다 담바서 때 제바도 또다 담바 든리 땡켄 대니 타바치비기 추 두바이나 아니 추 넘바 타바 두투아다 아니 지 두비기 튼chen 용수 줘바데 nom이기 요테 제데 어 든리지 그래세겨 다 대어 덴르 네바 담보 오세 nom이 요테 제노가 담보 체표송 줘봐서 다때 덴르레 네바스 미글루 라텔 유림부 네트우라 체표송 세림부터 류니 네바 오세 요데 공레야 데레타 that's a kado person sobar. Kado person sobar said that Zuzawa, Zeba Yetonwa, or that Telia Lu person, or that Lu said it. Shawan Sumba was Shawas, Kado persons, Repuson sobas, Chipin Pichi, Nandre Papa, Speed double by Joya kept Chinning, Yote Yoken, Toyanda, Toya can get Pin Pichi, Nandre Mombugures, Repuson sobas, Shawas it. That is Longshot to Konikiva was that Longshot to Konikiva, Onshu Pusso Tobas about that, and in Jolonshicho, Pimpinch Mobile about it. Maban in Jetin bit Sama or Sitsumbasa, that in Jetin get Tonta Chanjo Chivichis and Memogia. Get a head that Chaja, Yanda gets a Kuchigis. Rupani tea trapa was that the Yandagaya Tonta Chanjo Chen, Tiki Gadat Pandratil, Oncha Trapa said Trubat. Dumba the Sheba down the Basa the Sheba, Puy Luland. Yote Tanche in her dance, Bogi Lulamba in that, Yote Tanche in her said, that Namama in that Yote Jean the two Pogama to Pomisha Jongo, Mama Jagalina. Pomi yoten la gens ilusu yo samar. O tindi insan pogi yoten gens yu koko mawadan, koko gens yu ki yoten gens yu ki karsa yota chi lusu de pol gens ma to pomo ki gens de shira me insan yoten tanje ki nöden poris modichi. 다 포용 또다 담반이 샤와나라 또다 담 샤와카리 두바이나 뉴바이어바 럽chambo 지 뒤서 통통진의 자첨부 제도게 되는 차이자 남미게 된 제바 또다 담아서 어떻게 남미게 된 제대 제대에서
Now, okay. So, Kishla is just completing the fourth one, which is a concept about he has just given the consummate power. Now it comes with in terms of fruition of in the attributes of the fruition, and it's talking about 8 fruition, where now it comes with the concept of trustworthy. So trustworthy words are the words that a living beings will accept, and because you are suitable to be trusted, not deluded others. Not deluded others physically or vocally, or are an authoritative witness in all disputes. So here is example. You will get such a fruition, attributes of fruition, where you will not say any lies to other person, and whoever comes near you, and they will listen you instead of ignoring you. Whatever you say, they will listen you. They will listen your words, and they will honor your words. So this is the concept of trustworthy. Now it's come with the known as a great power. So it is to be honored by the great multitudes of beings, because your fame and wide acclaim due to your confident generosity and possession of good qualities such as perseverance. So here is the concept is like, if you you're known as a great power, where like like you, due to the fruition, when you have a good money, you will give a generosity, and you give money to other person, and you always there to help them, and and you are the person with a great knowledge, and with a great knowledge, and also you are, due to your great knowledge and helping others, you are also with a great fame. You are like backing your fame and wide acclaim due to your confident generosity, or your and good qualities, that the people started to give you your concern, respect you, and also you will gain a fame, certain amount of fame. And then the number 7 is about the attribute of fruition, where the 8th fruition is about becoming a male, taken as a born as a male. Where one is like having abilities, because it is considered the males having abilities, like in early times, where the male person, not gents or male having they get a chance in early times in India. They get opportunities to study, not in women. So early time, that's why it's mentioned male, because early times the males are getting opportunity to study and to practice their study. So that's why. And then now, 8th one is having strength is by power of previous from a natural experience, little injuries, no injuries, or great enthusiasm arising from its life circumstance. So is it so? The person due to the 8th one is about having strength, where the person is always having a there's a happiness or enthusiasm in his mind, and always give a happiness to the other persons, and power of being natural experience, or he doesn't experience any injuries or injuries in his life. This is to do his peers. So I just mentioned these are the eight quotations which is written here. So through so it was such a person having such a 8 fruition or 8 characteristic, but such a person having such these 8 fruition, such a person can able to practice the Mahayana path to enlightenment, the path of the Buddhist path to enlightenment properly. These are so if a one person want to able to practice the Mahayana or path or path to the enlightenment, the person has able and should need to have these 8 fruition or 8 qualities, that is, so that he can able to do a proper practice, or one can able to attain to go to the path towards the enlightenment. So so moreover, the consummate lifespan is a living in a happy way, and the second is just considered the first one is about the concept in this 8th fruition. The first is a consummate lifespan, which means like living in a happy dreams, means like spend and you will get a long life at that time. And second is the consummate color, where it is a body, which is means like why it is mean body, because the consummate color which they represent through the having a good body, without absence of any sensory organ, and whoever see you, so will be amazed by your grace or beauty. Then whoever see you will be happy to see you. This is a concept of the body. And the third is consummate lineage, where it's birth. So it is in terms of your birth, where like everyone will respect you, and having respect, or having everyone will respect you. And now the fourth, the consummate power, is a resource or helper. So where it is shown that in terms of consummate power, where like you can able, like the concept is considered respect, the consummate power, where it is come as a resources helper, which means like you can like you will get so many helpers, or you will like people are like willing to help you, or you will easily get any resources if you need it. And now in the 7 or 6 is a trustworthy word. To consummate trustworthy word is being authority in your word. In the world, where it shows like you won't lie to people, and the people will started to listen you, and people will started to respect your words, that the people will started listen and accept your words, that you will gain the authority, you will gain the authority in the world. And the 6 is known as a great power. When the people started to respect you and give you authority, then you will get such a fame about yourself. You will start to get a fame, and you will start to gain a fame and known by everyone. And then seventh is being a male, is having capacity of all the good qualities. So here it's always shown that in the eighth rotation, the seventh is also the concept of male, where it is even an individual, because in early times the males are given opportunity to studies. That's why the concept is male is here. So all the good qualities, the capacity of all the good qualities in early times, like in India, they're like constituted with the males. That's why it's saying the males is like taking the eighth rotation, and among is the seventh is a male, because male having capacity of all the good qualities. And now in the eighth one, it is about the strength, is having a power on your activities, where it's like if you are like if you are like, then it is like you have an ability or your strength. You have a strength to do a good activities towards the other. If you have possess a good qualities, then you can have a strength or ability to do some good things to the other people. Now in the assessment.
Oh yeah. That in Nami chin la jele so tere. That Nami chin la jele se Nami yote jeden ji so tanda konle yote ji. That Nami yote ji no ne ta jebu rele ya. En jebu mandawa yores. Tambo se person choba se katu. Ta ji se rimbu doba yina. Ani rang de rimbu tu yang de rāng yāng jī tuān lī tsāng nī yu rīmbō gyāwa māmbā sātī wā rā rāng yāng jī tuān chū nī yu rīmbō gyāwa māmbā sātī wā rā yā sā tī rī tsā pī sōng tsō bā tī tā nipa tī lī yā nī tsā pī sōng tsō bā chī tā nipa tī ndī rā tā kā tō pī sōng tsō bā sī tā kā tō pī sōng tsō bā yīn sō na nī tī yī rī bā tī lī tōng wā tsāng jī dū jā gā nī tō sī mi yāndā ka tsō nī jī bō pī tā yā na yān dū jā tā sō gā nī sō sī rī tsō 소식 칼는 얘기 잘했어. 뒤치 내바다 샤스. 되게 맞게차 해줘도 그네. 아니 내바 맞아. 아니 샤워 간다는 진들이 지세나 샤워 때다가랑 진도 이렇게 잘해서 저부터는 요래서. 다 남이게 요때 지노게다 손바테. 되니 내가 리퓨송 쳐봐서 돼. 리퓨송 쳐봐서 돼 여봐이나. 리톰보 지 야다 통체기 파마다 빈첸다 볼라 몰라 라소바 통체기 야 통체고 제사 리존부 임바이나 되니 고알레 맨다와 주바세 소세 히에주테 아니 야다게 테 두그르 마토 데다 데 내기 미세 데는 걸로 적혀다 데는 용어 말에 손바 고알레 맨다와 주그리에스 다 되니 예바데라 온슈 푸송 초바세데라 저 벤조 첨부요나 Teni juk penjo peso tsoba yabayina, teni jimba tongchora. Ta yale ya jimba la soba tabayina, ane yanda tetsu jimba tongyi kotso ga yungora, senche tetsu suntuni, ane ta tele ya ni yang chuhia la soba teni chi koko ya inso, jimbe senche na duti miba shi tukuri, esa o ta tere. Teni ngaba te tsi tsumba tere. Teni tsi tsumbu denpa denchong kecha dili nyingpa yo keri ke denpa mawa, den shoba, den tumbi, senche na duji miba shawas. Ani kecha denpa mawa sa de kecha pa chombo choncha da meke anjo lonjo ke ma he tuken. Den shoba tsa na ye, ani chi yenle ya, danda yo ken ki kecha da me he ba tsa ma tse ranga dara nane che yin tsa den tumbes. Dende here nang ranga knowledge yana he yang anjolun ke yabo he tugen ani yanda sanche de so sun dune yang sanche ke dön ju tu ge chachen ro gre es o te ngaba der a kar se gerta ndere si chun ba ta ni joba da anche wa chama sa der on cha choba da ke da yo ba ina joba ni shawa tangche chi 조시 des 펜타베 쉐바소기 뇨도 고아네바 샤와 타운체 로브체기스 소세 샤와 카르체바 야다 로브체케 몽보요레스 온 차요바 아니 깨다요바 이나 펜타베스 아니 파펜토바 이나 텔초니 진수체그레스 아니 깨차해바 파해데 랑상 바 네네 카투바 소수히야 나오긴 고츠 두투 두레스 어다데 다 듄바데 셰바 니네세 셰바 글루 토아데 듄바데 요테 탕체 진혀 다세 다 셰바 게르데 요테 탕체 장 투아게 진혀 다버리스 Any day told Shepa said in the same of chat, and it's Shatse Tangin Herdon, Shira Yambasa, there's a lodger chawa. And then Hija wrote to pay in her charities. There's a match, Koto Minjibas, that may Yanda Dandrola, Yala Trabayomaris. Sanche Yanda, Kalina Tesoda, now to run two race. And then Pomina didn't run to Mara, make Yanda the now to moment two. How was the cat that catch here? 다 농쇼 봐. 엠바냐 발라스. 다라는 데리 야다다 나운도 저저로 배셔도 알아서 제도. 아니 사 엠바나보다 대선 로그나 그 보사든 로투요레스. 아니 엠바냐 발란 또 봐다. 계시바 메바스. 아니 소 엠바리아 창주반다 잡아이나 어텔이야. 아니 너바시케 용고 말레스. 다 보면이나 그렇게 버전 되는 다 대제 해나 잡아요라. 셰바이나 아니 간 나를 두바잖아 소소치고 가되나요 텔레에 내시게다 개축해 놓은 거래서 어따 텐데 다 잡아대니 또다 담바사 또다 담바이나 가리어서 라타 개치 더 칼아야 무슈케스 맞도 전부 니바 전부야나 랑고 더도 개치 더 칼을 저나 따땡이 주투사만 내 제투사만 상텐데 마숑바요 말을 감 무슈 조슈차냐 대체투로 대체는 전에 연다게 더 두발라 샘발이 좋아요 봐 가요 봐 어떤 거 조슈차라 아니 센템부에 소소도비 또 토네 되네 나초다 딤비 토 샤와드네 아니 뭐시 알아서 봐서 저봐 주시 투레스 어떻게 남이게 안저부 지에데 테레
Nasugila. So, okay. Moshe na nasugi putu para. Nasu. So now we come with the concept of like we have already, Krishna has already given a teaching on the concept of fruitation. So they are like fruitation, then a fruitation effect. Now it is second section where the B section where the effects of the fruitation. So first, so they are like due to those 8 fruitation, the person or the individual which due to those 8 fruitation, one will receive the 8 effects of these 8 fruitation. So what are the 8 effects? Is the first due to the first fruitation is the fruitation of being a first. When you are talking about the first fruitation is a consummate life, I think lifespan is the first fruitation. The consummate lifespan, when it is talking about it, what is the effect of it? Is the effect of the consummate lifespan is that you accumulate much virtuous karma for a long time in a term of working for the welfare of both yourself and others. So if you one have attained the consummate lifespan, one can able to do a more virtuous thing. He or she can able to perform more virtuous activities that only for him, not only for himself but for the others also. So if you one attain the consummate lifespan, what is the effect of it? Is he or she can able to perform the do the activities for the others or bring the welfare for the others in a positive way for the long term. This is the first one. And finally turn the page, next page, right? So okay, and the second one is the concept of the consummate color. So what is the effect of the consummate color is that merely through the seeing you at the effect of the consummate color is that merely through seeing you discipline are pleased and gather around you, they then listen to your words and want to carry out your instruction. So here in the consummate color that because when we are talking, when Krishna was giving teaching on the consummate color is regarding about having a good body with a good colors and without absence of any organs, and whoever see you is amazed by your grace or beauty. This is a consummate color. So when you are talking about the effect of the consummate color, it is that anyone who see you will be like happy to see you, any of your discipline or disciples or any of your students or anyone who is around you will be happy and pleased to see you. This is the effect of the consummate color. So and whatever you say to that person will listen you and respect you and honor your words. That's the thing in the effect of the consummate color. Now, in terms of the consummate lineage, what is the effect of the consummate lineage is that the people carry out your instruction without disregard. So here is like that if you have a very good lineage, or you are carrying a very good lineage from your ancestors, or this, if you are carrying very good lineage, then the people will started to listen you, and also like when you are giving them like instruction or something to the other individuals, other people, they will not they will start to accept or carry your instruction instead of disregarding you. This is the concept. And now in terms of the effect of consummate power is through giving you gather living beings and then mature them. So in terms of what is the effect of the consummate power is that that through giving you gather living beings and then mature them. Like here it is yeah when you're talking about the consummate you have so Mm. So like you are like people are starting like in a consummate lineage. It's the people carry out consummate not in lineage consummate power. Sorry. So like it give you the people when you give off when you give started to give people are offerings or being a generosity, then people will started to gathers near you, and the people will started to then you may find so many helpers or like so many people nearby you. That's the thing. Now, in terms of fifth one, where there is an effect of the trustworthy word. So, in terms of the fruitation, fifth fruitation is a trustworthy word. So, what is the effect of it? Is like it is that is through the kind speech, purposeful behavior of being one whose aim are the same as the disciples, and you get a living being and mature them. So, whatever you say, you are in terms of the trustworthy word, the people who started to listen you, other people who started to listen you, and the meanings you are trying to tell them, they will also try to understand, and they will also practice on those meaning. And besides that, you will also practice on what you said. But it's not like you won't be hypocrite. You will say that whatever you say, you will also practice it. So same as a disciple, you will also do it. And then the people will also started to listen you and also will practice what you have told them. So this is the thing on the God of trustworthy word. And now in the sixth word, six is the effect of renown as a great power. Is that because you help or assist other in all the activity, they repay your kindness, listen immediately to your instruction. So like in this one, like because you help them in terms of like when you are like giving them being a generosity to them, when you are giving them, you help those people. So when also due to this whatever actions you do, the people they started to come you and assist you and like help you, and also whatever you say, the people they started to listen and follow your instruction immediately. So this is a concept of the renowned great power, a concept of the effect of the great power. And then in effect of the seventh is the effect of being a male. So here it is mentioned here that you will have a capacity of all the good qualities, a capacity of all skill action by way of your aspiration and endeavors, and the capacity for broad wisdom, the discrimination of object of knowledge. So these are the qualities you will attain. Like you will have you will be like a base, or you will be like you will be a basket of all the knowledge. Like if you are like effect of being a male, what is the result is you have a capacity of all the good knowledge and capacity of all the skill you are having, and you have a very broad wisdom. So you won't you don't have a narrow one but a broad wisdom, and then you won't you will be able to discriminate do what is good and not what is not good. And moreover, you will be unafraid in assemblies, and you will be no reversal. There will be no reversal or obstacle whether you accompanying all living beings, speaking to them, enjoying resources with them, or dwelling in isolation. So here, I've mentioned that as a woman, it is like sometimes it's difficult to go alone at some places because due to the safety reasons, some women it is difficult to go to some places alone. And also like women's like dwelling in some isolated hills or mountain, or dwelling in some isolated place, it is difficult for the women to stay alone in an isolated place. So but as a man, as a male, they can go here, stay, or they can dwell in an isolated place, and they can easily go with anyone, any they can go out without anyone, and they can speak to the other people, like without second thought. They can do it, but it is a little bit difficult for the women for the safety. So that's why that's the concept is effect of being a male. It is that these are the effect. So now in terms of the effect of the strength is that because you are not delusional about either your own and others' welfare, and are steady in your great enthusiasm for them, you will obtain the power of discernment, and then quickly have the super knowledge. So here, Geshe has mentioned that Like in terms of the effect in terms of the effect for the foundation of strength, the effect is that you are not deluded about and whatever you do for the other, you will feel happy to serve other or do the welfare for the other. And if you do this welfare for the others, and then this you're steady in your great enthusiasm for the doing things, good thing for the other, for them. This will help you to attain the power of discernment, and also the quickly able to attain the super knowledge in terms of you attain the clairvoyance. You can able to attain the clairvoyance when you are able to help others and without discriminating. And when you are happy with helping others, then you can also attain the super knowledge, such as a clairvoyance, things such as a clairvoyance. Now, give us something.
Oh yeah, tanda maranso milu lamba tsama imba milu chebache nami ji yote jedeng ani milu de lamba ina teni dele ya ani nami kin jebu jesa de ta chi jebu ma ki tumo ma imba tende ge je de xie cha so wana nami yote jede tobala ani jokali jogres ta te xie yote nami ki je de xie ngor 다 남이 요때 지에노게 요때 담보 아니 체 표성 초바 세들 체 표성 초바 세들 체 림보 왔다지 체 림보 되바 자마체 내 나차 매바 되게 토르마 되알라 아니 조카르사 그러잖아 남이 주제 담보네 세제라 메체와담 메체 삼바 담바오 대요 소소 추바 레탄타 디 소게 페타 소차 차와 레도베 세리완네 도반지 네비 니고 쉐바 메네 로도 치바도 소차 봉와 이 차와 메베네 히송소 어서들 다 산체레야 네시요요 말이에서 어떻게 산체가 메차와도 아니 산체가 메차와 장거 배겨만 내 산체 속깔이야 네시기 민사서 메치기 상바데야 로디야 냥냥도 셰 냥냥도 내 얘네 네시기 민사서 로드 강 가두이나야 타임비톤 공바된 그래서 티치지 yeah, so chuba letata, yeah, nichi, belena, socha sedro jeba in the tsataton, to show no so chuba, ya down the tsataton. The soga peta against Pasho the Chunabu Kudochi, Chuna, Bundabu Lasso, but the Chuku Kudochina, Chuna to show now. There are now such a Yada Sedro, the Sadochi, the Samich in the so short. 做个拍打的缩小吧的人，到底呢？现在给缩小的，他才他当拉说吧，他缩小的问题就，缩起策划来多别是，缩起来策划来怕多，但是这边呢，你责任不这个，责任把那多半就是，你不写没吧？但那个你把找不拉说吧，得出来呀，你又找不住，得了呀去面找不着，得了呀去卡兰找不着，刚才你把了呀，你又拉说吧，但是就。 해진바 동아 라수바 된지잖아 아니 소소 내매바 차기레스 펜네로도 신바다 소차 봉화 이수치 체와메베님 소차래야 봉화세 신자보다 라수베 산체래야 너바 체와 전에 매바 어 된지져바이나 아니 내매바 차 어다 디토네네 세링보 어다 나미기 요테 지에노게 세리오와 체 표성 초바세 데토레스 조어데레 데조이다 아니 뒤서배치 총리서
Now, okay, so in terms of the, we have this Isla has given teaching on the fruitation, 8 types of fruitation. Then we have in the second section, we give about what are the effects of the 8 types of fruitation. Now it comes to the third one, okay, the cause of the fruitation. So, okay. Okay, so when we are taking a life of a human form, like when we are getting a birth of the human life, so not only is a common human life, but what is the like specialized human one, the human life having a specialized human one, so we can able to practice to the part of enlightenment. Such a specialized human one should have to carry the eight types of fruitation. Such a human can able to carry the 8 types of fruitation. So such a human life should be one should attain. So for such a fruitation, how can one human being can attain such 8 types of fruitations through the causes of the fruition as not a fruitation, the fruition. So 8 types of the 8 causes. So what are the 8 causes? Among the 8 causes, the first is how one can assume a consummate lifespan. The cause of the attaining the consummate lifespan is through the not harming living beings and application of non-violent attitude. Further, it is said that by rescuing those approaching a place where they will be killed, and likewise giving life to others and turning harm away from living beings, and you will acquire a long lifespan. So through carrying a sick, and through doctors giving medicine to the sick, and through not harming living being with the sick sticks and crumbs of the earth, or like you will not without illness. So here it is, Krishna has mentioned that how can one receive a long life? It is through the cause. It's like if you don't harm any living beings, if you don't harm, or if you never apply the non-violent attitude towards any sentient beings, then you can able to consummate a long life. So and not only regarding that, Kishore has just mentioned that not only about not harming, but you also have a intention, or you should accustomate. You need to habit of not harming anyone. Not only regarding just doing it, but you should accustomate with not harming any sentient beings. Then you can able to take a able to have a fruition of consummate lifespan if you have a habit of not harming anyone. So this is the way. And okay, and there are others, like if you can able to they're like you can able, like by rescuing those approaching place near where they can, like if there are someone is killing only animals, then you went there and you just rescue those animals. So this is also one cause. And then there's like something like sometimes when you boil the water, when you're boiling the hot water, and some insects follow it, and instantly you try to remove that insect so that it won't be killed. So this is like saving the lives of the insect, and also giving a life to the other sentient beings, and also turning harm away from the living being. Is like not eating, or if someone is eating or trying to kill that sentient being, you just go there instantly and not let them to kill or eat anything. This is also like positive signs, and this is also the positive signs of attaining a consummate lifespan, having a long life, and carrying a long life. And also through this, like when you take care of the sick people, and you and also like when you give a medicine to the when you give offer the medicine to the sick people, and when you try to when you try to help them, and not harming them, not harming living beings with this trick, or not harming them. Instead of harming them, you are just trying to help them. And this will what happen is what will the result is, like you will able to go, you will able to stay a long life without any illness. You will not get any illness, or you will stay able to stay long life. Kishore mentioned that now the time has already reached, so we will conclude here till here in this round of session.
Yeah, at you should send answer.
No, all right, thank the community. So. So today we will stop here. So because time has already completed.
Okay, now your dedication prayers. Okay. Prayers after teachings, mandala offering. This ground is northern with perfume, spring flowers, Mount Meru, four continents, sun and moon. Visualizing the Buddha view, officially all beings enjoy this pure. Idam Guru Ratnamanda Kakamiya Tayami. There's no mountain paradise, you're the source of good and happiness. Powerful Tenzin Gyatso Chain Rezi, may you stay until samsara ends. Praying for our teachers' perfect health, praying for our teachers' ageless life, praying that their works will go and spread. Bless me never to part from them. Jesus Mary, may I soon attain the enlightenment Guru Buddha, so that I may be able to bring all beings to this very enlightened state. May the precious Buddhi mind not yet born arise and go. May their bone have no decline, but increase forevermore. Just as the blessed Buddha's past is dedicated, just as the blessed Buddha's present is existing dedicated, just as the blessed Buddha's future was dedicated, humble Lamrim Chenmo and dedicated likewise. Regions where the supreme pleasure Dharma has not spread, where it has spread but then declined. Where eliminate their future happiness and benefit, will mind be moved by good compassion. When we see, hear, remembers, touches, or talks to me, prevent the very stand from all having and have happiness forever. For as long as space endures, all living beings remain, until then may I too abide to bear the misery of the world. May I be protected without one, a guide for all travellers of the way. May I be a bridge, a boat, and a ship for all to which to cross the waters. O Venerable Constitutional Guru, see your blessings that all coming death, schools and suffering and mothers and shall be without exception ripen upon us right now. Make your happiness and virtues others, thereby advance young beings in bliss. Hey, over to Geshe-la.
Last one.
Putin.
Da yin lu nga ye song long she du song ge song she she chen me zhe song bu kyu song che bi cu le ye la ne la ma ye da kyu shu song la be tu je wang ke yen da la xin je lu e dang go ra la men de la ni ya da ya me de na je la ma tu je che ma jun ru yi de de dong ga ma le da da la da ge de ye la da ru ge de da da ba xin je la de na je la ma tu je che ma jun ru yi de de dong ma le da la me ba da ge de ye la Rugi dada damba shinjala, dana jita lama tuje che majun rei tiri tong, mali dada dalam hipa da tagi ten yan. Rugi dada damba shinjalo, pama sanche taji dada de yingan ro taji dada, shangju sanpa kanda sui, dada gyunje ma, rujo che, kanso shego mali chuji de xie xie cang zhu de xie suji, michu nile pepa zhu sobe pa xie zo, shinjalo, shangju sanche rinpa che ma xie pa na xie xebe na ba, Kone kondo pewa shuwa, daki chine sabi kiawa tenan ruwa zana. Shaba jesa la zang, tenpi nyingbo rindu se she shuwa, kare rayi kuyi kiawa penda dewa malin ju. Shire zangwa tenzi chan. Shabe se teba, tenjo chi, tenpa lana mebi tenpa ten jiwa tenra na mitri. Gyawa dewa ruwa, kene taban zebi joro. Oh yeah. Hello. Oh yeah.
Gila,
Allah
gila
so.
kena digi gila. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Magila.
Okay. Thank you.